in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Booker. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got some room, it was over.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's got it on the right. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Going right to work up top. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll keep it on the ground. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Looking to throw. Quickly complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. Unleashes to the end zone. Snagged out of the air. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. And now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. Still on his feet. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. Going to the ground.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Austin. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hoosiers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Bulldozes his way through. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get into the 33. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State. Woody Hayes, forward pass, two of the three things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the...
Turning it on! And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Michigan has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy for the folks in Ann Arbor. They're in a tight one. They're up by 7 over USC. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Breaks the tackle. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous balance, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Looking for a man. It's Austin. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Booker. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see him very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Graves. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Graves. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Picks up the first down, still moving. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
On first down from their own 22. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Austin. Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got him. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
And the Hoosiers are on the move. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Hoosiers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Austin. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a catch at the 10. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Ohio State. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Graves. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Austin. Blasted as he lets it go. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Booker. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Wants to go up top. Looking for a huge play. And it's caught inside the 25.
Defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Dead center perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch near the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Punts it out of the air. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the
rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. He's going to take off. Jumped on top of the pile.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because 1st down he got sacked, 2nd in California. He's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the 1st down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this 3rd down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
Trying to barrel in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. With jet sweep pass. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
They'll move the wide receiver. This is a designed run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it down the right side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Touch pass on the run. Shakes off the defender. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field, and I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous. Now, I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got his man, makes the grab. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offense just trying to get the ball to their receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field. But how about the speed of the linebacker? Able to close and make that tackle. That's impressive.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Quickly complete. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of a way with their fingernail. He'll bring it out. It's Booker. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the ground. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. Runs for the tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Powers through the defender. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Line getting set on second down. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Ohio State. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
To the air on second down. He makes a catch. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Taking it the other way. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Rush is on him. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The defense had the stop. They were about to get the ball back, but the critical mistake puts the offense back on the field with 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, tight ends are such a matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun. Give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The clock keeps going tick, 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 tick as the offense takes a knee inside. A minute to go in this one. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long.